Mindset number one, be merciful to yourself. Don't let strife and stress and seriousness enter your NoFap journey. You should feel this sense of flow, of suppleness, instead of being rigid and serious. The best state that you want to be in while doing NoFap is to be in this state of calmness, of collectedness, and of awareness. That is the best state to be in. I see sometimes on forums or some people get very serious about how this time is going to be the last time I ever, and always when you treat it this seriously, you always find in all that seriousness, in all that trying, in all that striving, somewhere, somehow, the stress just gets to you and then you crack. Notice the emotions that tends to precede your relapse. Are you usually angry before you relapse? Are you usually browsing certain websites? Are you usually rejected or feeling sad in life? Then become very hyper vigilant when you feel those emotions, because you know that many a times the patterns show that when you are facing such emotions, you tend to relapse. For myself, I realize that I tend to relapse whenever I go through certain setbacks or rejections in life. Therefore, nowadays, whenever I do go through rejection and I feel the pain, I would instead look within and just allow the pain to be experienced by me. I accept the pain, I feel the pain, and then guess what? I'm still alive, life goes on, and I realize one thing, I can take the pain. Once you are no longer fearful of fear, once you are no longer fearful of pain, you'll be surprised how much more pain and how much more endurance you will really have. Be like an engineer tweaking a system, troubleshooting your life and your environment so that you can achieve lifetime purity. Now, when I say purity, of course, the most basic step is purity from artificial stimulus. You need not be a monk, but don't get sexual release from computer pixels. That's mindset number one. Mindset number two, make it a lifestyle change, not a challenge. A lifestyle change lasts forever. It is enduring. A challenge lasts, come on, like when you have No Nut November, that's a challenge. And what happens with challenges is after the challenge, you go back to your old ways. That's not the best way to view purity. That's not the best way to go on this journey, because the best kind of benefits come from consistently sticking to it. You are not doing this so that you can try fapping on day 90 after the 90-day challenge. You are not aiming to stop fapping. What you want ultimately is an identity shift. I'm no longer that guy. I'm no longer the guy who watches porn. Instead of saying things like I'm a fapper trying to quit porn, tell yourself and believe that you are no longer that guy. Once a while, you may fall, but you are no longer that guy. And that identity shift is very important, because subconsciously, your body and your life and your mind all tends to move towards what you believe you are. So if you keep thinking that you are a fapper trying to quit porn, the core of who you are is still a fapper. No, you are no longer that guy. Sometimes when I get urges, I will say to myself, I no longer am that guy. And somehow I've gained the strength to be able to endure all this lust and temptation so much better. Mindset number three, purity. You see, many people don't clearly understand what the goal for NoFap is. A lot of people do it for the benefit. A lot of people do it for whatever reason, right? Erectile dysfunction. They want to solve something in their lives. They're looking for results. But let me tell you this, purity should be the focus. When you focus on purity, which is the form, you will get the benefits, which is the result. Focus on purity and a lot of the benefits will follow. When you focus on the benefits and you get hung up on the results, a lot of times when the results don't show or when you're in a flat line, doubt and fear creeps in. But if your goal is purity, then even when I was going through a flat line, for example, I am still on the path of purity. Therefore, I am still on track. So who cares ultimately if there's no benefit? Remember, you are no longer a porn addict. Now, if you want to support me on my Patreon, click on the link below in the description box. Like it, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again.